Well, this was a request, so I have to do it. Brother, brother, there's too many of you dying. Mother, 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 there's too many of you crying.
Hello, you music hippies, and welcome to another episode of the Jammin' at Hippie Jacks Radio Hour. The Jammin' at Hippie Jacks Radio Hour features limited edition music we've recorded here on the farm and on the road for our Americana Roots music show that appears on PBS affiliates across the country. You're listening to the Jammin' at Hippie Jacks Radio Hour right here on WDVX in Knoxville, Tennessee, 89.9 and 102.9 on your radio dial. And for those of you outside of listening range over the air, you can find us at www.wdvx.com on the World Wide Web every Saturday, 6 to 7 Eastern Time. And if you'd like to learn more about things Hippie Jack, our website is www.jamminathippieJacks.com, or call us on the farm at 931-445-2072, and we'll tell you all about our upcoming radio and TV broadcasts and festivals and events. So I turned on the news after midnight last night and saw that Pete Seeger had died at age 94. And I've been thinking about him ever since. Pete Seeger influenced so many people. Certainly he was at the front of the modern folk movement. People like Bob Dylan and Emmylou Harris and Bruce Springsteen all claim his influence. Pete Seeger was an environmentalist long before the movement was popular. He led the charge protesting the Vietnam War, my war, and continued as an anti-war activist until the day he died. During the McCarthy era, he was sentenced to jail for refusing to testify to Congress. Because of all this, he was barred from network TV for 17 years. I'm not even sure that's a real punishment. Seeger was awarded the National Medal of Arts in 1994. The same year, he was honored by the Kennedy Center. In 1996, he was included into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and won a Grammy Award for Best Traditional Folk Album for Pete, a 2008 album. Pete Seeger at 89 also won a Grammy. In all, he recorded dozens of albums and records and compiled a series of instructional songbooks. Pete Seeger, a man who carried real history to real people through music and action, is dead at age 94. I'm going to try to keep it relevant today. Going to play some music that I think relates real well to the late great Pete Seeger's type music. I'm going to open up with some Ed Snodderly. Ed's music is certainly historic and certainly embodies the spoken word, certainly a music style that has roots in what Pete Seeger did. This song is called The Diamond Stream. It's about Ed Snodderly writing The Diamond Stream and A.P. Carter helping him.
I traveled one afternoon, not too long back. Had directions on a piece of paper, lined paper, pencil directions. I said, cross the Virginia line and not far past there, go to Gate City and take a ride down to Nicholsville, down through Snowflake, take another left on Gravel Road 609. Travel that road, you'll hit a cattle guard. Cross the cattle guard, another cattle guard, you'll come to a gate. Go through the gate and park your car, and the best thing that you could read on that little piece of paper was close the gate. It's an important thing to do. I found the little place I was looking for. Is a little bitty house in a holler down there in Scott County, Virginia. Went in, had a drink of water, and picked up a guitar, set at the kitchen table, and the wind was blowing a little bit through the windows, and little thin cotton curtains were just sort of slowly moving, and you could see outside, and not too far back out the back window was a little stream. The sun was shining good that day, and the stream was just flowing down. I said, Lord, that looks like just diamonds. I said, diamonds. Picked on my guitar just about like this. Easy chord, not too hard. That's a little harder when you do that kind of thing. Takes a little practice. I got me a word to follow another word, and law, I was starting to feel good. Another word to follow another word, and before I really knew what was going on, I had me somewhat of a song. And it was feeling real good. Because when I get distracted, I pick up the guitar, and then somehow or another I get reignited. Then excited. Then united. Played my little song here, kind of messing around with it. I said, I got me a song called The Diamond, I think I'll call it The Diamond Stream. Then I got to thinking, that's when the other voice came into my head, you know, the one that tries to think you're going to be successful. It said, boy, that song only's got one chord. Bo Diddley did it, John Lee Hooker did it. I said, I better get me another chord. I'll get a chord with diamonds. There it is. Give me one more. There you go. So I had me a diamonds on the guitar. It's a good thing. Sun started going down. The diamonds started fading away. Went farther away, and I just kind of kept playing my song and got down to where there was no sun shining at all. Just before it got dark, there was a voice. And the voice was trembling. He said, boy, that's a mighty old song you're singing. I said, it's called The Diamond Stream. He said, boy, I wrote me up a song one time. I called it The Winding Stream. I said, who might you be? And in that trembling voice kind of way, he said, boy, my name is A.P. Carter. I said, the same AP that traveled to Bristol, Tennessee in 1920, traded songs for trees, wrote. He said, that's me, boy. I says, I thought you was dead. He said, being the fact that you're in my home county of Scott County, Virginia, in the foothills of the Clinch Mountain, I thought I'd better pay you a visit. I said, I'm mighty proud, AP. He said, there's one thing, boy. I said, what's that, AP? He says, when you go out and you sing your song, no matter where it may be, church function, he says, you tell him I helped you write it. I said I would. I think I just did. I've got a view right out my back door, of rolling hills and a big blue mountain. The diamond stream flows right along there, and that's where I throw my dreams and watch them float down, where the bluebird sings a wishful tune, where the wildflower grows and cries. Somewhere you have seen this all before, the diamond stream, the diamond stream. In the morning when I wake up, I'll call your name. Wonder if you remember me. Go down to the grassy side to see your face in the diamond stream, the diamond stream. Come on, diamonds. So take down your boxing bow and play the strings. Whisper up your own traveling tune. Listen to the sound that the water makes in the diamond stream. The diamond stream. I've got a view right out my back door of rolling hills and a big blue mountain. The diamond stream flows right along there. That's where I throw my dreams and watch them flow down.
This is Hippie with a personal invitation to join us for our annual Americana Music and Camping Festival taking place this coming May 22nd through the 25th. The Jammin' at Hippie Jack's Americana Music Festival takes place in Overton County, Tennessee, about halfway between Nashville and Knoxville. Come for the day or stay for the weekend. Experience multiple stages. Be a part of our nightly recordings that air on PBS and on WDVX. Enjoy the surrounding mountains, the pristine river, the clean air, the nightly firefly exhibits, and the vibe that is exclusive to the Jammin' at Hippie Jack's Festival. Jammin' at Hippie Jack's offers free music workshops for adults and children, an all-night bonfire and community picking stage, great food, great craft vendors, and to top it all off, we finish up Sunday night with a filmed episode of Hippie Jack's own Outlaw Gospel. Always a treat. Go to www.jamminathippieJacks.com or call us on the farm at 931-445-2072 for lineup, ticket, camping, and motel information. Day passes are available. This year's lineup will include Mountain Heart, Willie Sugar Caps, the Delta Saints, Josh Farrow, the New Familiars, New Country Rehab, Blue Mother Tupelo, the Danberries, Flea Market Hustlers, Malcolm Holcomb, Wild Ponies, Diddy Road, the Mark Robinson Show Band and Rhythm Review, Greg Horn, Jay Clark, Matt Ermey, Sam Lewis, The Bar Stool Romeos, Sugarcane Jane, Will Kimbrough, Grayson Caps, and Wilder Mountain. So come join us for a great time on the Cumberland Plateau. This is a festival like no other. I'm going to play a couple of songs by our great friend Malcolm Holcomb. To my way of thinking, his music embodies the working man philosophy that Pete Seeger emphasized. This is Malcolm Holcomb opening with To the Homeland, and then closing out with Doing My Job.
Moon hangs full in the rain. Morning star shines your name. Poor children on the streets after dark, crossing my heart to the homeland. Turning my back to the wind, scratching time around my chin. A deep water flows down under the bridge, crossing my heart to the homeland. Sweet words have I heard from you, steady love beyond the blue, love steady now, ready, waiting if I'm able, crossing my heart to the homeland. Boxing again, tossing and turning, I feel them in my hand, crossing my heart to the homeland. There, sweet words have I heard from you, your steady love beyond the blue, love steady now, ready, if I'm able, crossing my heart to the homeland. The silence in the hills, and a lonesome road is standing still, miles and miles between us to fill. Crossing my heart to the homeland, I say, land, sweet land, know your sweet words ever heard from you. Yeah. A steady love beyond the blue, love steady, ready, waiting if I'm able, crossing my heart to the homeland. There, home, Lord, where the heart is, home is there, home, Lord, home there, home where the heart is, crossing my heart to the homeland. There, steady, Lord, there, steady, home where the heart is, and where the soldiers in this world that belong now, Lord have mercy. There's a group out of Atlanta called the Dappled Grays, and I sure appreciate them doing some more singing. You know, all these girls, there's just girls sing. Miss Lee Calvert, and I appreciate that, you know, recognition helps us all a little bit, you know. Slap you on the back and keep my hands out of your pockets. But I appreciate them. Up on the roof, down in the ditch, working in a plant, don't matter what shift, but Jesus is there, just can't quit, doing my job, laying rock, driving a nail, driving a truck, delivering mail, Jesus is there, He never fails when I'm doing my job. Thank you, Lord, for my job. Praise your name in the morning light. Gonna keep on praying, morning, noon, and night. Never long enough. Thank you, Lord, sweet Lord, for my job. Doctor and a nurse, deacon and a preacher, waitress and a cafe and a school teacher. Jesus is there, I'm a new creature, trying to do my job. Thank you, Lord, for my job. Praise your name, morning light. Gonna keep on praying, morning, noon, and night. Never long enough, thank you, Lord, sweet Lord, for my job. Grace is the good Lord, giving us life, a mother and a baby, and a husband and a wife. Jesus on Calvary, willing to die. He's doing his job, and I know he's doing his job. Thank you, Lord, for my job. Praise your name in the morning light. Gonna keep on praying, morning, noon, and night, but never long enough. Thank you, Lord, Lord. Thank you, Lord, sweet Lord, for my job. Yeah.
That was Malcolm Holcomb doing his job, singing Doing My Job. You're listening to the Jammin' at Hippie Jacks Radio Hour right here on WDVX in Knoxville, Tennessee, 89.9 and 102.9 on your FM radio dial. And for those of outside of listening range over the air, you can find us at www.wdvx.com on the World Wide Web. I'm going to play some Outlaw Gospel. For those of you that have never been to the Jammin' at Hippie Jacks 4-day music and camping on the River Festival on the Plateau in Middle Tennessee, Outlaw Gospel is how we close the festival. Several of our favorite performers get together and create a Sunday show that stretches the bounds of gospel in a real good way. This is the Woody Guthrie tune, Going Down the Road, Feeling Bad, followed by R.B. Morris and his friends doing his song, Glory Dreams.
I'm ready to rap. G. Woo-hoo. 1, 2. Going down that road, feeling bad. Going down that road, feeling bad. Going down that road, feeling bad, oh Lord, ain't gonna be treated this way. Mama said, son, don't go way down there. She told me now, go way down there. Well, she told me, don't go way down there, oh Lord, no, don't wanna be treated this way. Help me. Well, my mama raised me on cornbread and beans. Mama raised me on cornbread and beans, Lord. Mama raised me on cornbread and beans. Lord, 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 I don't wanna be treated this way. Going down the road, feeling bad. Going down the road, feeling bad. Going down the road, feeling bad. Don't wanna be treated this way. $18 shoes don't fit my feet. No, they $2 shoes don't fit my feet. Lord, I danced around a while, and then they made me leave, and I ain't gonna be treated this way. Down that road, feeling bad. Going down that road, feeling bad. Going down that road, feeling bad. Oh, Lord, I ain't gonna be treated this way. Preacher Jay.
for Sam Lewis there. He's looking awful pretty tonight. Here's a song you can sing along on too. You might not have heard it, but I know you know it. Just repeat after us. And a wonderful people's key. I had a glory dream out on the lost highway. I lost it just the same way. It comes back to me, walking in the morning sun, and my journey has just begun. And the road goes on in the land of glory dreams. Oh, glory, glory, oh, glory dreams. Oh, the glory that we have seen in glory dreams. Oh, glory dreams. I'll dream forevermore, standing at the door, standing at glory's door. Beside a mountain stream, I stopped to get a drink from the water that flows on down to the rivers that roll around and flow into the sea in the land of glory dreams. Oh, glory, glory, glory dreams. Oh, the glory that we have seen in glory dreams. Oh, glory dream. I'll dream forevermore, standing at the door, standing at glory's door. Glory dream, the snow fell down the lane. We walked hand in hand until the moonlight came. Shining in our eyes was love's eternal flame, and our hearts were all aglow in the land of glory dreams. Oh, glory, 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 glory dreams. Oh, glory dreams. Oh, the glory that we have seen in glory dreams. Oh, glory dreams. I'll dream forevermore, standing at the door, standing at glory's door. I had a glory dream. The sun set in the west. The sky was all ablaze. The day had come to rest. And now the work is done, and the fields are all in bloom, and the harvest coming soon. In the land of glory dreams. Oh, glory, 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 glory dreams. Oh, glory dreams. Oh, the glory that we have seen in glory dreams. Oh, glory dreams. I'll dream forevermore, standing at the door, standing at glory's door. I'll dream
R.B. Morris.
That was Knoxville's own R.B. Morris doing his song Glory Dreams at the Jammin' at Hippie Jack's Music Festival in Middle Tennessee. And if you'd like to learn about all things Hippie Jack, our website is www.jammin@hippiejacks.com, or call us on the farm at 931-445-2072 and we'll tell you all about it. This next two-song set will feature music that will be sung 100 years from now, if anyone's singing anything. This is Tim O'Brien and Daryl Scott performing on our stage last May. First, they do a great John Hartford tune, Gentle on My Mind, after they take two of his hats out of a box and put them on their heads. And then they do the incredibly iconic Paradise, written by John Prine. Surely a song that will be with us forever.
So these are a couple of John Hartford hats here. And I thought it would be perfect for us to be
See, here's the thing.
things.
What we find out immediately is the lesson is our heads are much bigger than John Hartford's.
It's knowing that your door is always open and your path is free to walk. That makes me tend to leave your sleeping bag rolled up and stashed behind my couch. It's knowing I'm not shackled by forgotten words or bonds or the ink stains that have dried upon some line. That keeps you on the back roads by the rivers of my memory, keeps you ever gentle on my mind. Not clinging to the rocks and ivy planted on the columns now that binds me, or something that somebody said because they thought we fit together walking. Is knowing that the world will not be cursing and forgiving as I walk along some railroad track and find that you're moving on the back roads by the rivers of my memory. For hours you're just gentle on my mind. And the wheat fields and the clotheslines and the junkyards come between us. And some other woman's crying to her mother 'cause she turned and I was gone. I still might run in silence, fear the joy might stain my face, and the summer sun might burn me till I'm blind. But not to where I cannot see you walking on the back roads by the rivers flowing gentle on my mind. Cup of soup back from a gurgling, crackling cauldron in some train yard. My beard a rough and cold pile, a dirty hat pulled low across my face. Two cupped hands around a tin can, I pretend to hold you to my my breast and find that you're waving from the back roads by the rivers of my memory, ever smiling, ever gentle on my mind. Thank you.
When I was a child, my family would travel to western Kentucky, where my parents were born. And their backward old town so often remembered so many times. Now my memories are worn. And Daddy, won't you take me back to Muhlenberg County, down by the Green River, where paradise lay? Well, I'm sorry, my son, but you're too late in asking. Mr. Peabody's coal train gonna haul it away.
Yeah, sometimes we travel right down the Green River to the abandoned old prison down by Adria Hill. The air smelled like snakes and we'd shoot with our pistols, but empty pop bottles was all we would kill.
And Daddy, won't you take me back to Muhlenberg County, down by the Green River, where paradise lay? Sorry, my son, but you're too late in asking. Mr. Peabody's coal train is hauled away. Then the coal company come with the world's largest shovel, and they tortured the timber and stripped all the land, and they dug for the coal till the ground was forsaken, chalked it all up as the progress of man. So Daddy, won't you take me back to Muhlenberg County, down by the Green River, where paradise lay? Well, I'm sorry, my son, but you're too late in asking. Mr. Peabody's coal train is hauled away.
Now when I die, let me float down that Green River. My ashes roll up to that Rochester Dam. I'll be halfway to heaven with paradise waiting, just a few miles away from wherever I am.
And Daddy, won't you take me back to Muhlenberg County, down by the Green River, where paradise lay? Well, sorry, my son, but you're too late in asking. Mr. Peabody's coal train is hauled away.
That was Tim O'Brien and Darrell Scott doing the great John Prine song, Paradise. That song will live forever. Pete Seeger certainly had a soft, gentle approach to getting his words and thoughts out. He wrote If I Had a Hammer and Turn, Turn, Turn. He even wrote We Shall Overcome. But I'm going to play a tune evoking the same ideas, the same philosophies, but with a more direct approach. Sometimes you got to crank it up to be heard. This is Jay Clark. I'm Confused.
Thou shalt not kill an embryo. Thou shalt not kill a fetus 3 months old. But it's not God's will. That's what they say. But we drop our bombs. Anyway, I'm confused. Hey, I'm confused. Well, taxes get cut on the Capitol floor. Never trickle down to the poor. Equality of life they cannot afford now. How can that be pleasing to my Lord? I'm confused. Yeah, I'm confused. Well, the temperature's rising, but it's just a few degrees. They ignore the signs, still drive their SUVs. While God's creation falls down on her knees and tries to keep her head above the rising sea. I'm confused. Hey, I'm confused. All the accountability, well, it must have got caught up in the policy of abortion and homosexuality. Well, they take their stance in the name of my Lord, but I wonder what Jesus Christ would say about this war rock girl. Hey, I'm good. Well, I'm proud to be a Christian, and I love Jesus Christ. So my beef ain't for them, but the people on the right that restored my faith with every political game. Well, last time I read my Bible said don't take his name in vain. I'm confused. Yeah, I'm confused. There's people dying, and we don't seem to care. There's children crying, they can't get no health care. But there's politicians lying, and there's corporations buying. No, I don't think God is smiling. No, I don't think God is smiling. I'm confused. Hey, I'm confused, and I beg you go. Oh, I'm confused. Thank y'all very much. Appreciate y'all coming out.
That was Jay Clark doing I'm Confused, a state that happens to us all, some more than others. If you'd like some more information about Jammin' at Hippie Jack's upcoming spring festival, our website is www.jamminathippiejax.com, or you can find us on Facebook. Or if you want to give us a call, call Silas at 931-445-2072, and he'll tell you all about it. This is one of the great songwriters of our time, telling a story that evokes the history of our times. This is Mary Gauthier. This song is Thanksgiving at the Prison. And then I'm going to follow that with a song by our buddy Jimmy LaFay, who leads his friends in singing, This Land is Your Land.
We stood in a long line waiting for the door to be unlocked. Out in the cold wind, round the razor wire fenced in cell block. Young mamas with babies, sisters and other kinds of kin. At Tallulah State Prison on Thanksgiving Day, we're waiting to get in. You gotta get here early. It don't matter how many miles you drove. They make you wait for hours. Jailers always move slow. They run names, check numbers, gravel-faced gods, they don't smile. Grammy and me in line, silently waiting, single file. It's Thanksgiving at the prison, surrounded by families. Road-weary pilgrims who show up faithfully. Even though it ain't easy, it's where we wanna be. My Grammy looks so old now. Her hair is soft and white like the snow. And her hands tremble when they frisk her from her head to her toes. They make her take her winter coat off. Then they frisk her again. When they're done, she wipes their touch off her dress, stands tall and heads in. It's Thanksgiving at the prison, surrounded by families. Road-weary pilgrims who show up faithfully. Even though it ain't easy, it's where they wanna be. guess love ain't easy, but it's where we want to be.
This land is your land, this land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. As I went walking that limited highway, I saw above me that endless skyway. I saw below me that golden valley. Hey, this land was made for you and me, everybody. This land is your land, this land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. And I roamed, I rambled, I followed my footsteps through sparkling sands of her diamond deserts. And all inside my heart, hey, a song was a singing. This land was made for you and me. Oh yeah, this land is your land, this land is my land. California to the New York Island, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. Pick it, Phil.
We're in the squares of the city, in the shadow of the steeple, by the relief office. You see, I see my people. Some one. My bad.
It's all the folk process. Here's Sam's verse.
The shadow of the steeple.
Oh yeah.
By the relief office. You see, I see my people. And some are wondering. And some are grumbling. If this land still makes you and me.
This land is your land, this land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. One more time. This land is your land, this land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. Turn it around. This land was made for you and me. One more time. This land was made for you and me. Thank you, Hippie Jacks.
That was Jimmy LaFay and Sam Baker doing the great Woody Guthrie song, This Land Is Your Land. Thanks for listening today to the Jamin and Hippie Jacks Radio Hour, which airs every Saturday from 6 to 7 p.m. Eastern Time right here on Knoxville's own WDVX. If you'd like to know more about Jamin and Hippie Jacks and all things hippie, Our website is www.jammin'@hippiejacks. Look us up on Facebook or call us on the farm at 931-445-2072. We'll tell you all about our upcoming festivals and events. May is coming. It's going to be a great one. Jammin' at Hippie Jacks operates under the 501c3 nonprofit organization, the Council of Americana Roots Music, which is dedicated to presenting, promoting, and most importantly, preserving Americana Roots music. Ain't that right, Pete? I hope we have showcased some musicians and songs today that do have connections to Pete Seeger. Pete would want you to be part of the solution. So do I. Good night, everybody.
To press on love here today. Oh, we got picket signs and picket lines. But don't punish me with brutality. Come on, talk to me. We can see what's going on. What's going on? What's going on?